guy.
I had this whole plan set up. Players went into a village where they were in a constant time loop where every day was like kind of like the episode of Farscape where every day they think it's the same day,
Yeah.
and it was kind of based off that. But there's this tree in the center, and the tree every day at midnight like would shake and then cause people to lose their memory and do it again. And he was
Right.
feeding off their nightmares and their pain and anguish.
Ah.
And so one of the players was like pissed off the big bad guy early. He's like, "Well, I'm bringing out this pain." So he opens it up. And there's a giant like abomination inside of this tree. And my brother's character goes, "I'm going to convince it that I'm its master." And he was playing like essentially he was playing Blade. And so
Okay.
he's just like, "I'm your master," and I'm like, "All right, roll social." And he goes, "Nat 20." I'm like, "Fucker." Well, he's not convinced. Roll a nat 20. Rolls another nat 20. I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me." And I'm like, "All right." And then someone else at the party's like, "I'm gonna assist." And I'm like, "Roll." And he's like, 19 plus 3, 24. I'm like, "Oh my god." And so they stole my boss.
You
And
gotta
they
be
used him.
prepared for those kind of things.
I embraced it and I let them use that boss to fight another boss in like a kaiju battle.
Now,
That's awesome.
how I would have rolled that is sure he's initially convinced, but as time goes on, they have to maintain the persuasion.
No, they did. They had to keep. They didn't have many opportunities because the campaign kind of fizzled after that. But they brought him to the front lines, let him kill stuff, and every time we come back for new orders, they had to re-roll to kind of convince him that like still he's the Dark Master. But every time, he just kept going. Just kept.
I
The,
would.
the dice giveth and the dice taketh.
I've let a player character die on accident in one-on-one combat, and I gave him every opportunity to back up. He's just like, "I'm doing it," and then I crit, and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Do not
Like,
pull
I'm so-
those punches.
I've only PK or TPK'd 2 people ever, or not? No, actual player killed, not total party wipe. I've never
Yeah.
allowed a total party wipe.
I had one TPK. That was great. I loved him re-rolling all their characters.
They came pretty close to a TPK a couple sessions ago.
Which one? Which fight was it?
The Empyrean fight.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't.
We weren't doing much against.
I had.
Uh,
I had. No
All of you
fear.
had all of you had very little health, and there were still 2 CR23 bosses looming over you.
we were barely putting a dent in them, or it felt like I was barely putting a dent in them.
Well, to be fair, it was a magically charged fight, so
Speaking of magic, you guys see the new Magic the Gathering D&D set?
I saw some at the store, but I didn't buy any. I saw that there was a pack that they sold that was like $30.
I can get into that. Let me grab my set box really quick.
Okay, cool. I am interested, but shit's expensive, man.
You'll be better off buying another D&D book.
I would. I'm considering buying another one because I was looking over some of the campaign books at the store today, and I'm like, I'm kind of interested in the Ghosts of Salt March.
So,
Yeah, that was.
So this is a set pack. So these aren't like the normal draft packs. These are 11 card packs that have 1 to 3
Yeah.
rares in it with the art cards and stuff. What you were mentioning was the collector's pack,
Yes.
where those I think they're awful and stupid and they shouldn't exist.
Awful is it? Awful for the consumer, bad?
Awful for the consumer because people
Yeah.
pay $30. It kills the secondhand market and everything. But I got some art cards that I'm actually happy about, like the Beholder,
Nice.
like the Iron Golem,
Excellent.
Goldboard.
Awesome.
But there's one in particular I was like super happy for. That's okay. Without the Magic the Gathering like theme, the set's pretty mediocre.
I think Jeff mentioned something that they're doing an art book for it, so
Yes, the art book, like the art is great. It's the
I'd just get that at this point, really. I don't play enough Magic to justify buying all those cards because I'd look at them, they'd go in the closet until I pulled them out and looked at them again.
Mimic.
I would
Yeah.
love to get us into like a Keyforge league. If
I'm
if the people running it at Reformation hadn't gone out of business.
we could do an online league.
Oh, that's a bummer. Wait, the
We
people
can-
running it went out of business?
Yeah, back
Who was it?
Weekly Games.
Weekly Games. Okay, I'm not familiar with them.
They
Oh,
ran their
God.
shop right out of Reformation, and you can't run a
Oh.
game shop out of Reformation during COVID.
Right.
This is a real card.
What is that?
It's supposed to look like an old. It's supposed to look like a module, like an old 5th edition module.
Yeah, I see. I can see it.
Yeah, they're ugly.
I like all the old art.
The old art's fine because you can get cards like this, which are old school
Yeah.
treated.
Oh
Like
yeah.
this is fine,
Mhm.
but it's like the bright purple. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Old school gelatinous cube.
Yeah. Arena knows their way around Gelatinous Cube.
I know my way around all sorts of monsters. I get wrecked all the time.
You guys ever play Baldur's Gate?
I'm a no.
Come on. Minx and Boo, come on, man.
I just started playing Baldur's Gate, so I have appreciated from already. I'm like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's great.
got the
I
whole
love
set
it.
for like $12 on Steam. during the
Oh
Steam
wow,
sale.
that's not bad at all. Yeah, I've got
Icewind
both
Dale
of them on
1 and
Steam.
2.
I've been playing Icewind Dale on my Switch, but I played that game back when it first came out. Fucking love Icewind Dale.
It's hard to go back to that game without nostalgia goggles like I do because there's a lot of things that are very clunky.
Oh,
Well,
it is 1,000,000,000% clunky, and the enhanced edition is intrinsically different than the original release because they used the Baldur's Gate toolkits for Icewind Dale. So it's a little bit different of an experience unless you went back and played the original version of it.
Interesting. And you're playing it on the Switch, so that's probably even weirder because you don't have cursor controls.
It's very interesting how they do it. So, once you get used to it, it's very intuitive with a controller. I don't understand how it is being a point and click game, but you can use the bumpers to cycle through your characters. You have one button dedicated to selecting selecting your entire party at the same time, and then to get into any of the tool tips in the bottom, you just hit I think X or Y, and then you can scroll through and do it. So, I pause the game so much that it's not an issue to cycle through menus and stuff. And what you can do, I don't know if this is in the PC version since I haven't played the PC version of the enhanced edition, but you can pull up the special menu to where you can create kind of slotted. Just it's got these slots in like slot 1 you could be like, I want characters 1, 2, and 4 selected, or I want characters 3, 4, and 6, and then you can kind of put them into these slots, and then you can kind of hot swap in between them to make them do stuff. So
But yeah, Pillars of Eternity did that pretty well, and I think between that and a couple other, like I think the Pathfinder game too has controller support, which it runs pretty well. So I'm glad that they took.
that's good. Yeah, it runs surprisingly well. I only bought it on my Switch because I've bought my Switch, and everybody sings the praises of the Switch, and I'm just like, I'm really not getting the hype because all it is a port machine, and I own everything on everything else already. So
You gotta
It's
get
good
into
for the-
Nintendo properties.
Yeah, it's good for the mainline games, but other than that,
here's the thing: is I don't give a rat's ass about Legend of Zelda. Like I just don't care. So maybe Mario. I've got Smash Brothers. I'll do Metroid's my jam. So when Metroid comes out, I'll be all over that. But
you're not a true gamer if you don't love Ocarina of Time.
oh, fuck that game.
I worked with a
Go
dude
on
that
list.
I worked with a dude that was like, Nintendo is god, like godliness, and you have to love every one of their games. And if you're ever critical about them, he gets so pissed. Whenever they announced the character for Smash that wasn't a Nintendo property, he'd lose his shit. When they announced Joker, as the first DLC,
What do you
he's just like,
expect? These fighter passes are. I've got a stack of games that big too.
Has
Most-
been Heroes? I thought it was No More Heroes.
No, Has Been Heroes is something else completely.
It's garbage.
Oh.
It
Or
came with my
Hero.
Switch. It was the only way I was able. The only way I was able to get my Switch when I did was with a bundle that included this really bad game, Has Been Heroes, and Breath of the Wild. Because I only wanted to play Breath of the Wild. But Mario Odyssey is good. I have Minecraft on it because
No More Heroes 3 is coming out soon.
Oh,
and you can
you're
play the
right.
first two on the Switch.
You're right. I played those two back on the Wii.
Mario
maybe-
Friendly
I love
XCOM.
those
Rabbids is so good.
I don't care
Yeah,
about
that was a good game.
if it's not front mission. I don't care about tactical games.
What about what was it they announced recently that they're gonna port? Advance Wars?
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem's great, but I'm a sucker for Fire Emblem.
See,
It's gotten super popular in the last decade. Like I remember when it first came over here, nobody cared one bit about those games, and now they are
because we didn't
they're
get them
like-
until GameCube.
Game Boy Advance.
Oh, that's right. Right.
The very first one was a Game Boy Advance game, and then they did Sacred Stones, and then they did Path of Radiance, and then the one on the Wii, which has a similar name.
Awakening
I
is
would
so
love-
good.
I would love the PlayStation or PSP port of Final Fantasy Tactics to be on
Yes.
a console,
Yes.
and then they would also like them to do the same treatment for Tactics 2 and 3, even though 2 and 3 are a little rough.
I can't do it, man. I tried those games. I can't. That judge system royally.
not allowed to attack.
That judge system just makes the gameplay agonizing. It's not even fun.
One game I've heard that a lot of people praising was Suikoden, and I know it's available on the PS4. And part of me is like, do I want to try to get into Suikoden? Because I'm fine going back to a PS2 era tactics game.
Well, there's only one tactics game in the Suikoden series, and that's Suikoden Tactics. The rest of them are just standard fare Eastern themed RPGs.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh. Well, I was horribly wrong.
Yeah, there's like 5 Suikoden games, all on the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. So the first 2 were PS1, the last 3 were PS2.
They're just
s-
turn-based combat, right?
Yeah, it's standard RPG.
Swing and miss. Tired
Um,
of standard turn-based combat. Can't
the-
even
the
play
ni-
Pokemon
the-
anymore.
The nice thing about Suikoden though is that you can just kind of put it on auto and it just play it for you if you just want to see the story. The stories in the games are actually pretty good by comparison.
So I could
but,
watch it on YouTube and be fine.
Yeah, you could just watch the cutscenes or whatever if you really wanted to. But because those games are stupid expensive now,
Yeah.
you can get 1 through 4 on the PS3, but they never digitally re-release the 5th game, so it goes like $100-$200 now.
Speaking of Suikoden, have you ever got? There's a YouTube channel that covers weird internet like history and stuff, and there was one about this chick that thought she was a reincarnated version of a character from Suikoden, and like she ran like this weird cultish house, and then she tried to convince people they were characters from Final Fantasy reincarnated in our world.
The internet is vast and wide, and there are
Here.
plenty of crazy people out there, but I have not heard of this one.
If I linked it, it is a fascinating story. But just as soon as I brought that, I'm like, oh god, I wonder if they know about the story.
The Final Fantasy house. I don't know. Sounds familiar.
It's a lot, but it's if you need something to listen to while you work, it's holy shit. But yeah, Suikoden's good. The reason why I brought that up is because the Switch is supposed to get like a spiritual successor to Suikoden. That looks really cool. It's like all the sprites are 2D, but like the environments are 3D, and there's like some crazy like cinematography and stuff. And it's by the same director. It's just they don't have the rest of Suikoden.
I just have a hard time doing RPGs these days. If it's not Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest, I just don't care anymore. Because I know what to expect from these games, so I can play them. But anything else, it's like, I don't want to learn new mechanics.
Octopath Traveler's one that I'm like, I hear good things about, but I'm like, I can't. I want to play Bravely Default, but I don't want to pull out a 3DS to play an RPG. RPG is a game where I want to sit here like this.
Thank you, because everybody I talk to goes, but it's so amazing to play on the Switch in your bed. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking. I don't play video games in my bed. I sleep in my bed.
I finished Divinity Original Sin 2 in my bed, so
Switch is a little bit different because I can post up somewhere and I can still play it kind of like a semi-console.
Yeah.
It's not like a 3DS where it's like this, and I have to have like because I have a 3DS XL and it's a large. You got like the crab hands going. When I was on the plane going to Denver, like I didn't want to play the Switch like that because it was just like,
it's big.
and I was in the middle seat. Yeah,
I cannot stand playing the Switch in handheld mode. My hands hurt all the time when I do it.
You
'Cause
have,
it is-
you have the little grip thing for the 3DS, don't you?
Mine broke
They
actually.
make them for the Switch.
I know.
Mine
I
was-
bought one. I bought one and it broke almost immediately.
no, because I have a special clear case on my 3DS to protect the limited edition 3DS I have, and it wouldn't work. And so it would either scratch off and rub off the designs on the 3DS or have the grip. So I was like, protect the 3DS.
I think
'Cause-
that's the difference between someone who is obviously interested in collecting and someone who just like wants to play the game. Like all I wanted on my 3DS was to play it and get as much life out of it as I could. And when I got rid of it, it was a scratched up mess.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the Persona Q version of it, and I'm like, it does the job. I want to show it off, but I'm not like protect it. I just wanted to keep it nice, keep it clean.
Yeah, every night I turn my Switch on and then I go through the digital storefront for like 20 minutes going, I need a game to play on my Switch because everything I have I've already beaten or I've played through before. I need something new. And boy, let me tell you, the Switch is full of shovelware. How can 1,000 things constantly be on sale in the eShop but nothing be any good?
Have you,
It's-
have
it's
you been on
the-
Steam recently? Have you been
Yeah, I
on the
was-
PlayStation Store recently?
But
It's
Nintendo,
everywhere.
they try to pride themselves in quality, and they have a review process, and
So do all
yet
these other platforms.
I do it
Yeah.
through my PS4 all the time, and I always see stuff that I'm like, oh, that looks neat. Oh, that looks neat. But then I look at these cheap ass $5 games that are on sale for $1.99 or 99 cents, and I'm like, how do these get on this service?
there was a game called Legend of Black Tiger that was massive shovelware that got promoted on the PlayStation YouTube channel, and people were like, Sony, what the hell? Who like what bribes did they have given out to get this onto the main YouTube channel? Who thought this was a good idea?
Oh, and in terms of Steam, what's nice is that on Steam I can curate what shows up to me, so I can
Mhm.
sort by tags and exclude stuff. Can't do that on any of these console storefronts. You just get what you get.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop bitching now because I've been bitching for like 15 minutes.
No, I enjoy bitching. How about that new He-Man reboot? Am I right, everyone?
Apparently, people are upset about it.
I didn't
I-
even know there was one.
It's technically a sequel to the 1980s He-Man. I've seen it. I have opinions. I'm not up in arms, but I can see why people are mad.
Why the hell do they think reminding people of that movie is a good idea? The 80s one?
The cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon. Yeah.
No,
I thought.
Not the Masters of the Universe live action movie.
Yeah.
It would have been better
That's
off.
okay. Okay. See that I'm with you there, Brett, because I also thought that they made a sequel to that, and I'm like,
I forgot about that. I forgot that was Masters of the Universe and not
Yeah.
He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll be excited for a new cartoon, but yeah. I
Well,
would
Kevin
think-
Smith is like the showrunner of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
well, here's the thing: people are upset because it's not the cartoon they remember when they were 10.
It is what happens in the show, opposed to what happens in the trailers that everybody is up in arms about. But it's 5 episodes. Animation is beautiful. The voice work is really great. There's Mark Hamill as Skeletor.
Oh, cool.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Are they like long episodes? Or are they like 20-minute Saturday morning cartoon episode?
25.
Okay.
and you can just binge through it. And
All right,
just
so
boom,
you
boom.
spend 3 hours of your life and you never have to think about it again.
Yeah, but then you hit the halfway mark, and then part 2 is like the second set of episodes are supposed to come out later this year.
And then what I get to do as a free citizen of the United States is I get to get on my soapbox on the internet and throw out my totally valid opinion that really nobody but my friends should hear about, because so then you get, thousands and thousands and thousands, millions maybe, just a cacophony of complaints and bitches and everything about stuff, and it just makes everybody worse for the wear.
Did you discover the internet today or something?
No, I've been saying this for 20 years, man.
Yeah, I got my
So
original
Yeah.
Castle Grayskull and Battle Cat in the other room, so that's one of my favorite shows.
I love
As a
that show as a kid. Yeah, I loved the show as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't have any merch from it when I was a kid. I think I might have had one of the action figures, but
I have a ton of them, or I had a ton of them. I still have some that my dad found a whole box full in the attic and brought them over. So I got the whole Castle Grayskull back, Battle Cat. I've got like 3 different versions of He-Man, like
Oh,
Battle
wow.
Action He-Man, regular He-Man, some other kind of He-Man. I've
Glow
got
in the dark.
Mossman does not age well, as you could imagine.
He makes an appearance in the in the reboot.
where's that reboot streaming?
Netflix.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll check it out tonight then.
Yeah, hit me up on Discord.
Instead, watch Castlevania.
I need
I
to
already-
finish Castlevania.
I already have.
It's so good.
It's a great show.
I want to watch it, and I start it, and for some reason something distracts me, and I have to start over again. I've watched the first episode like 50 times.
See? God hates me.
I want to watch more, but every time I remember to go back, I'm like, yeah, but what happened in that first episode? And then I get about halfway through, and I remember the end of it, and then I get mad that I watched it again.
You got to suffer through that first episode, apparently.
Apparently.
It's good. That's not even the problem. I don't know why. Just one of those.
I will say I'm more of a Thundercats person than I am a He-Man person.
Hey, I like
But-
Thundercats as well. I used to watch that all the
Yeah.
time.
There's actually a Thundercats meets He-Man crossover comic series I have.
Oh, cool.
Pretty good. Watching Lion-O beat the shit out of Skeletor is great.
Heck yeah.
Mother.
Yeah.
I always loved back probably about 15, 20 years ago. Somehow the Thundercats vocal outtakes got leaked online.
Yes.
I love that video. Have
I
you
don't
never seen this,
think-
Brett?
No, I don't think
All right.
so.
Hang on, it's great.
Those outtakes, the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood outtakes, and the entirety of Ghost Stories are my 3 favorite just
Oh yeah.
voice actors losing their minds. Do you guys know about Ghost Stories?
Yeah, I know about Ghost Story. Oh,
Okay.
I love it.
It is
Best anime ever.
so there was a show in Japan that did poorly, and the rights to bring it to the US to dub it were extremely cheap. So I think like Funimation or whatever the studio at the time who had it pulled them in, and they were going through and they were translating it and like, this show is boring and it sucks. What can we do to fix it? And then all of the voice actors were also the writers on the script. I'm like, why don't we just say whatever the hell we want? And so they kind of went back to the original creators and like, this is what we want to do with it. And they're like, as long as you do not disgrace anything about culture or the exorcisms that you do in the show, everything else is fair game. They turned like a boring anime into a what the fuckery. My favorite scene is this little girl and she's like, I lost my bunny. And then it's just like, the little girl, she's like, look at me, haha, I'm with the bunny. And the bunny's like, haha, I love you. And it's like they're trying to emulate like this deep, like raspy man voice. And she's like, and we play together. He's like, touch me. And then the next scene he's like, touch me harder.
Check out those videos in the general channel.
Didn't they do that with Shin Chan as well?
Shin-Chan is kind of the same.
Yeah, in the English version, it's not. Our original version isn't a comedy, is it?
It's still it's still a comedy, but so the problem with Shin-Chan is the Shin-Chan has all of Shin-Chan's jokes are very Japanese jokes, and it's the kind of thing that they do not translate well to English. So all of the jokes are completely replaced.
Okay.
So the general gist of the episode and some dialogue is the same, but any kind of
he treats his parents and everything. Is
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but Ghost Stories is the official dub.
Ghost Stories. That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not find it on Funimation.
You're not going to find this on Funimation.
No.
I don't even think this is in print anymore, to be honest.
Found out HBO Max has Space Ghost Coast to Coast, by the way, if anybody...
Excellent.
Yeah.
I've already been through it all.
The first few episodes are very rough, but once they figure out what they're doing, like, it's so good.
I love that show.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
There's so many great episodes of that show. Then we got the Brack show after that.
I fucking love the Brack show. The Brack show is so good.
I had all of the CDs, like this song, like Cooking Out with Space Coast and the gang, and I bought one from like one of those like Second and Charles stuff, and I had the CD. I'm listening to like the Brack song where it's like mashed potatoes, and I stopped using that car because I was just borrowing it at the time, and so my sister borrowed the car from my folks. She turns on the car and it's Brack on. Don't touch me. And she's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what you were listening to. And I'm like, it's the Brack song. She's like, oh, that's right. And so she turned it back on. She's like, don't touch me.
Yeah, I put that on. I had the DVD and I put that on one night to go to sleep to. And it's one of those DVDs that cues out to the main menu, and it plays like 15 seconds of the song, the theme song,
yes.
And then it replays.
Yes.
So, like, the whole night we're sleeping, all we hear is "Welcome everybody to the Brack Show DVD." I mean, I had the whole thing memorized at one point because it played over so many times.
Earworm that never goes away.
You have found the DVD menu. That's one thing. Like, DVD menus were ahead of its time, but also like really early on forgotten because the amount of effort put into a menu and like the mini games and stuff on DVDs just went away. Like, it was the still.
So Harold and Kumar Goes to White Castle has like 30 minutes of footage just for the DVD main menu. And I used to sit there and just watch it.
That would have been so much better.
Yeah, I wish they would do those. Like, I had the Monty Python Holy Grail where you could play the whole thing with a completely different audio track.
Kung Pao has one too.
DVD.
Oh yeah, dude, Kung Pao, I must have watched that movie a billion times in high school. I had that DVD. I wore that DVD out. I used to love watching the movie with the original like underdub throughout the whole movie, because what they would do is you would hear the original movie audio, and then it would be the scenes where the people were talking, and what they would be saying would be somewhat close to what the dub would be, and they'd be like oxen-free mashed potatoes? Leopard print bikini. And they would just talk. Yeah, and then they would just talk to each other like that the entire scene.
There was also like the one where it was like all narrated by one person.
Yes.
Like, I accidentally turned that on one time. Like, how do we turn this off?
You turn it off by removing the DVD and putting it back in.
My PlayStation remembered the settings. It was,
Yeah, some of those will.
but and then she rolled the baby. Bye bye, baby. The baby rolled down the hill.
From now on, you will call me Betty.
There was supposed to be a second one of those. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, for like a decade, he kept saying, "I want to do a sequel. I want to do a sequel," but it just never happened.
did you know he's the guy that came up with those like parody
Thumb
like,
Wars, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thumb Wars. I actually saw a DVD at Second and Charles today for it. Thumb Wars. I thought about buying it, but I'm just like, I'm gonna waste this money buying this.
It was Thumb Wars, Franken Thumb, and
Frank Thumb, yeah.
I had Franken Thumb, and the third one was Bat Thumb.
I think so.
I gotta know now. Like they were well shot movies, which it shouldn't be the case for.
I mean, he's not a bad filmmaker.
No,
I don't think Jeff or Chris are gonna show at this point.
Thumbtanic and
I
the
won't be
Blair Thumb.
surprised.
God, there was 5 of them. So Bat Thumb, the Blair Thumb, God Thumb, Thumbtanic, Franken Thumb, and Thumb Wars.
I only remember the last two. I don't remember any of the other ones. I actually saw Thumb Wars at some point.
I don't remember the Blair Thumb coming out.
Mm-mm.
I totally would have gotten that and watched it.
All right, we're not gonna wait anymore for him. It's been 33 minutes. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, y'all went to a music store,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, y'all were not nice to the guy that owned the place. I guess
No, we
Oh, we.
he definitely renewed his papers.
Yeah.
yeah, we renewed his papers. We removed we removed his brother from legal documents in exchange for bear castanets.
For a lot of instruments, actually.
We did.
You had a concert. What else?
We found out the king is going to be competing in this event to get his throne back, and we're gonna have to wreck his shit.
I mean, wreck his shit. You do whatever you want. It's difficult for me to tell what you're gonna do to him because sometimes you say you're gonna kill him, and sometimes you say you're gonna take him hostage. I don't know. What
And then we
it
do
is.
the opposite. Well, our murder hobo paladin is not here, so we might actually be able to pull off
You
anything
might
else.
just pull it off.
Who mauled a child by squishing them? Because it wasn't the paladin.
No, it
Mr.
wasn't.
Druid.
It was Killian.
No.
It was a bear hug,
You,
a very threatening bear hug.
it wasn't a hug. You just sort of flattened him with your
I-
foot.
I forgot. My character didn't remember that, gnomes are,
Fragile?
yes, and children especially. They're like little marshmallow men. Slow.
Yep, that's exactly how I would describe it. Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
So
Also, our mainline characters are in the Colosseum.
who do you recall who they are representing?
BBEG.
They're-
BPEG.
Who knows who the BBEG is? Maybe it's no one. Maybe you're the bad guys. But they're representing the king.
Right.
Yep.
So,
Which is good or bad, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It appears we have a Killian.
Yep.
Does your camera work, Jeff?
I don't know. Maybe.
Sounds about right. So, I would say the first event of the Battle of the Bands is either right this second, or maybe it's a couple days, depending on what y'all want to do.
Right this second.
Is it? I thought we needed a plan.
If you want to plan, here's your chance.
That's right, because we were going to try to figure something out, because I was going to be like, well, we should just, nuke them with as much magic as possible, but then it would out us as using magic in a magic-free zone.
Yeah. So, what I know, initially we're talking about trying to snag one of these guys instead of killing them. Are we still aiming for that?
Were we supposed to take the prince hostage? That was the plan, right?
I thought it was I'm not sure, actually, to be honest with you. Do you remember? I couldn't remember if it was the prince or the king or either one.
The leader of that cult requested that, I believe she requested that you return with the king's head, but you made plans regarding a prince at one point. I'm not sure what those plans are. Those plans?
I think we were trying to finagle power or get an audience with the prince to help him throw the coup, or throw a coup to get the king's head.
Well, you have a prince has recruited you for Battle of the Bands,
right?
Or his representatives, and you've decided to. At least you've informed them that you've decided to partake in this for the glory and the treasure, not necessarily the assassination. Or I guess you could just come in the arena and be like, we withdraw at the first match, and then just run upstairs, kill the king, and bounce.
We also thought we were actually going to sing music in the Battle of the Bands.
Did you say that we're going to climax in the arena? Is that what you said?
Climax in the arena. That's what's going to happen.
Okay, and then we're going to forfeit. I like it.
It is Battle of the Bands, and it has been described to you as not only a battle to the death, but also a performance. What that means is up in the air still. But if you don't put on a good show, we'll have to roll some dice.
Oh, we're gonna die.
This
Talking about Waylon Ginseng and the Highwaymen here. We're professionals.
It's going to be a show. It might not be a good show, but it's going to be something.
It will be a show.
Well, what do you know about gnomes?
That they die easily.
They love spectacle.
Absolutely, they love spectacle.
Can we enchant a crowbar? Throw it into the audience.
The crowbar is not part of this timeline yet. You are in the past. If you want to enchant a crowbar and throw it into the crowd, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Maybe in this timeline, the cult of the crowbar starts at Battle of the Bands.
Meldog did start that on accident, and I want him to be the root of the crowbar.
In all timelines.
In all timelines. I must preserve all timelines.
You don't want to be a Nexus event.
For all time, always. Crowbar.
So what do you want to do? Is there anything you want to do, or should we fast forward to the opening ceremonies or the opening battle, your first round in the bracket?
Do we have performance costumes? Or are we just going in our normal garb, like we're not, professionals? We don't have a stage presence?
We can come up with something.
I call dibs on like bear arm tassels, like the Ultimate Warrior.
Like like a tassel around each arm.
Yeah, so like
They have bells on them.
here's the bear, like right here, and then like right here, and then they'll just kind of come down, and they'll be like the bright pink and green, and then I
Whatever
still
you
have
need to do to get in costume.
yeah. I'm gonna start tearing up the sheets inside of the tavern and start tying them. Oh wait, I can't. I'm gonna look at you, Waylon. And I'm gonna be like, when I go bear form, put these on me.
Oh, I love that you can't wear anything in bear form, or you can't wear anything in human form without it disappearing.
As I'm wearing 2 leashes still that I haven't taken off. But that's all I wanted to do, is make sure I'm dressed to impress.
Are you just aiming to dress to impress, or do you want to use this costume for something?
Can't really wear armor as a bear.
This is true.
I mean, what if you put it on
I beg
after
to
you
differ.
become a bear?
I have no money to buy armor.
Oh,
Has that ever
that's
stopped
the bigger
anyone in
problem.
Fantasyland before?
Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to diverge the party that much, that quickly into the session. I just want it to look pretty. Sean, let me look pretty.
Absolutely. You look phenomenal in your dyed yellow, you said?
Like yellow, green, and pink.
Yellow, green, and
Details.
pink sheets. You got them. You tie-dyed them in the toilet at the end.
So, in that stroke, what's the odds that we could possibly get some kind of enchanted pieces of like ribbon with spells on them and have them all over our bear friend? Nobody would even know that you were enchanted. You'd have like little like what are those Chinese ghosts called? The ones that have the little like tassels hanging over their face,
Oh, the
like
the
Japanese
Youngie or
ghouls
something.
or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You could have like those all over you, and each one would activate a spell. How
That's an
doable is
idea.
that?
I
Oh.
believe that you can do anything you want.
Spell bear.
I don't know.
If you want to turn Mr. Druid into a bomb,
Literally, that's like our plan D. Plan F. It's all
Well-
gonna.
Or I have like something on me when I transform, and then if like in case of emergency I shift out, and all of a sudden I've got like a Glock on me.
Even better.
I'm picturing you with like a suicide vest that you morph back into and you pull all the strings at once.
I'm thinking about like the guy from Boondock Saints that has like the 3 like tiers of guns and like the jacket, and he's all prepared and stuff. So when I come out of it, I'm like Matrix style. I'm just like guns for everyone now. I want to go in this and try not to get us disqualified early on.
This is true. There's multiple rounds in this tournament. You know what is in the last round, which that's interesting because that means you know something of the future.
It's up to you guys. Is there any prep you need to do? Because I'm
Nope.
willing to go in.
Caitlin's always ready to perform.
Same here.
All right, let's slow motion like hype ourselves up with some Fallout Boy walking up to the arena.
My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
Ooh.
Join the Black Parade.
As you
So now, what is Killian doing during all of this? Am I part of the band, or have I been enchanted again to be invisible and slipped into the crowd?
I can put you into a child harness, and then when I bear form, you're a part of me.
That's not a bad idea.
Killian, are you a registered member of their team?
He was there for that, right?
No, no.
think
Remember,
so.
we made him invisible and he slipped through.
Right.
He was not
Yeah.
present when you were signing the papers with the wizard and his staff.
So
Well, nobody
let's just make.
papers.
So my question is, did the party register Killian for Battle of the Bands?
No, I think he was the manager. We were using manager as the excuse, and they wouldn't let us wait for him.
The only
Yeah, we-
person not willing to wait for
I
their
said you send it
agent.
to- I said to send it to my agent, and the agent would handle all the signing. We didn't sign anything.
I thought I put my bear paw print on it.
You did, you fool!
I'll say this: if you want to leave yourself kind of open-ended, just because you're all registered for Battle of the Bands doesn't mean you all have to participate in the first fight.
This is true.
Or participate in every fight. And you don't know what style the rounds are going to be. So maybe it would be in your best interest to have someone in the arena checking things out while you're in combat who could later come in to the arena in the next round and no one knows who he is or why he's there. It's like a wild card in your party.
Well, we could be like Parliament Funkadelic, where the people just come on and off the stage during the show the whole time.
Because I will tell you one thing about Battle of the Bands. Your competition is watching your fights.
Standard tournament arc, so it's going to cut to them. It's just like, looks like he's using a special ability too early. We'll be remembering that for round 2.
Exactly.
I'm okay with either. Although with my newest thing, all I have to do is touch him to poison him now. I can poison with a touch with Envenom, right? So I could like potentially sabotage the other. Are we going to be on the stage at the same time? Do we know?
It is Battle to the Bands for the battle to the death. So, like,
So we're fighting, we're singing and fighting at the same time.
absolutely.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna envenom my glove with the sleeping poison then, just in preparation.
All right. So you are entering the arena.
Yeah, I guess so.
Excellent. I love everything about that. As the party enters the Colosseum, it is, if you have ever seen a Roman Colosseum, it is that. It's a giant ass circle, stands going up for a really long way. If you tried to do exercises running up and down the stairs, it would suck a lot. There is a giant ass scoreboard on one side. On the opposite side, there appears to be a private box with what appears to be stone glass windows that are tinted so that you cannot see in. And as you step in, the gnomish crowd is already loud and cheering and going wild as you enter the arena. How do you enter the arena?
Just to make sure I did bear shape while still in the inn.
Absolutely. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
Oh yeah, that actually matters
So
in case
you
we go into combat.
You got 3 charges, I guess.
It all depends on. And it's making me sign back in.
Sounds like Peace Sprout has decided to join us for Battle of the Bands.
I was just charging my spirit bomb. Sorry, guys.
That's good. You're going to need it.
He's ready to get his hands dirty.
I think
Rigging.
maybe like if the house lights just drop and then instantly kick back on and we're all in position and just start playing instantly.
An explosion happens behind us.
This is your standard professional wrestler entrance, where it goes black as soon as you come in, and it turns on. And you're there, and there's confetti cannons and fireworks going off.
Oh yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have a theme song going in?
No, we kick in with the music at the explosion.
Okay. What are you playing?
Just one of our openers.
Tambourine Man.
You do like Enter Sandman because they probably have never heard of Enter Sandman.
That's probably a good idea. I like it.
Or do Host.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That would be good.
I like it.
So I'm holding 2, Sean.
Holding 2. Excellent.
Well, we know that gnomes love
I'm holding-
spectacles. So.
I'm holding these guns.
So we've got the wizard walking in like this, saying he's holding up his guns. Peace Sprout, are you entering the arena with the party?
I'm basically the hype man with the tambourine.
Okay, you're just running in. All right.
Yeah, just going around.
Okay. I'm going. Let's see. So,
Is there a concession stand on the way in?
No, it's up in the stands. You can see people with trays walking around the stands selling food if you'd like to climb up and grab something.
Yes, I would like some stand food.
You got like one busker, it's like with pretzels and mustard, like, come get your pretzels.
So you want to abandon everyone to jump up into the stands and get a hot dog or something.
A very large hot dog. We're talking like 24 inches at least.
24 inches at least. All right, so
So-
gnomes are about 2 feet tall, and they have 24-inch long hot dogs.
So the hot dogs are as tall as them.
Yes, it's a feast.
Whole section gets to eat one wiener.
What do you think those hot dogs are made out of?
That's a good question.
Troll.
Obviously.
Delicious ground
That's-
troll meat.
That's why it's a feast, because it regions. It grows
Yeah.
back as they
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
In your stomach.
Oh,
It's
God.
it's infinite hot dog.
So
One bite, you're full forever.
You
it
gave us
wouldn't
an
it wouldn't grow back because of
infinite
acid.
Oh, you're right. That is true. Stomach acid.
And but
No,
there
no,
are
no.
a
You
couple of-
you take a bite out of it, and then it grows back on the hot dog.
It doesn't
Yep.
grow in your stomach and cause you to explode.
Yeah, that would be
Oh,
bad.
that's good. That would be bad.
I mean, that sounds kind of like Gnome World, though.
There's
They're
a couple of
like-
gnomes with like rare genetic diseases where they don't have stomach acid, and they just blow up.
Oh my god, yes.
That's pretty funny.
Okay, so I have my 24-inch regrowing hot dog.
That'll be $5.
I'll give you 1 gold, little
You
man.
give me 5 gold, big man.
1 gold.
5. This
I'm
thing
just
is an
gonna break
infinite
the
hot
end
dog.
I'm gonna break the end off a hot dog and run away.
You get back here!
You
I
wouldn't
will
pirate a hot dog.
He
I'll
takes,
throw my gold piece to him and say thank you.
he takes one of the hot dogs and goes to swing it at your head. What do you do?
I'm running away. Like I should
Okay.
be gone.
You're already gone. He can't reach you because you're faster than he is long.
I love this. Yes.
Du-
I'm running
Duhast
around
is
with my.
playing is it Duhast? Is that what's playing? Or are y'all doing Enter Sandman? All right, it's playing as you come in, and a regular sized gnome, a short person, standing in the arena with a microphone says, who is he introducing? Is it Wayland and the Ginsengs, or Wayland and the bystanders?
It's excuse me, Waylon Ginseng and the Highwayman.
I think your audio cut out.
Don't hit the button when you're talking.
That was good. That was good.
He says, what does he
The
say?
warm up.
Wayland and the highwaymen. I keep wanting to call you all the bystanders for some reason.
Just call us the bystanders, and then we'll correct you every time.
Excellent. Well, that's what I'm going to call you. Wayland and the bystanders enter the arena with their tambourine and talking bear.
Highwayman! It's Highwayman!
And in this corner of the ring, Princess Justina's repertoire of musicians. And a small gnome, young lady gnome, walks in, and she has what appears to be a wagon, like a wagon that you would carry kids in, like a red wagon. Can everyone picture that? And it appears to be stacked with instruments in their cases. And she steps onto the arena, and guess what the arena is? It's a giant square platform in the middle of the Coliseum. You could picture, I don't know, the Cell Games arena or the Dark Tournament arena, something like that. And she starts taking instruments out of their cases and laying them on the ground. And you see what appears to be a variety of brass instruments. And she lays them on the ground. And Waylon, I believe at one point you inspected the music store looking for instruments.
Mm-hmm.
The giant block of missing instruments, you recall, was the brass section. And there appear to be 5 brass instruments, trumpets, trombones, specifically trumpets and trombones, laying on the ground on the opposite of the side of the arena as Princess Justina takes her wagon and walks out and stands to the side looking in.
I kind of like do like a little like bear grunt to get everybody's attention, and I kind of like try to make them notice the brass section to kind of get their eyes off her. Like, that is the priority I'm going to go after. Like, I don't trust those tubas.
I'll say this: she has stepped outside the arena. She is clearly a non-combatant. If that doesn't stop you from killing her, that's fine. But she is.
I
Not
try
in
to
the arena.
seduce her from afar with my tambourine.
Are you ready to start the fight? Is that how you want to do it? By like pelvic thrusting in her direction?
Have the rules been explained to us in any
Yeah,
capacity?
we
No,
don't
they have
any-
not.
I feel like I want to do the pelvic thrust. I don't know. Would a paladin pelvic thrust?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm gonna go for it. What do I need to roll for a pelvic? This feels like charisma.
It feels like
Dexterity.
you don't know the rules. You're not asking the referee in the middle of the ring about the rules, and you just want to start pelvic thrusting in her direction. Is that right?
Sexual harassment, paladin.
You can call that move endowed by the gods.
You see,
Like
you
that.
see the,
Depending on
the
how
thing-
well you roll, you may or may not be.
do you see the comment
Roll
section?
for
What I
penis
really
size.
put in there?
Displays 24-inch.
I didn't even mean to do that. I was just like, this is in my inventory now. Oh god. Okay.
Stop ripping things out of your inventory.
I will. So wait. Okay, well, I guess I am displaying the 24-inch hot dog to the princess. Gotta roll with it. I
She
did it.
blushes and covers her eyes. And then she waves her other hand, and the brass instruments start floating. And you can hear the sounds of a mariachi band start to play.
Instrument.
It's haunted. Tuba's haunted.
And they slowly approach you, playing a mariachi song.
They're all brass instruments.
Yes, there are a number of trumpets and trombones, 5 in total.
I'm gonna start like putting out a cool like with my bear castanets, and I kind of like start jamming, trying to like get everybody else to like jam with me. But I'm just gonna try to.
Are you going to approach, or are you just going to stand back and just start chattering with your castanets?
I'm gonna kind of like, you know, that thing when a dog wants you to move forward a bit, but he kind of like he doesn't want to leave behind. He's like, huh? Like
It's like he's testing the water, looking back
Yeah.
at his party. Is like, or his owner is like, can we? Is it time to step up?
Bear wants to rumble.
And as the Scott's typing furiously. As you step forward, trying to get your party to engage, the music on the other end of the stage stops as the brass instruments liquefy and fall into the stage, seeping into the cracks.
Uh-oh.
And
Do
you
we
can
have a clue as to what's going on?
Why did that happen?
And suddenly you can still hear the mariachi music coming from everywhere in the arena.
Oh, this feels not cool. All right. Oh, wait, there's a referee man. I'm gonna ask him what's going on. Referee man, talk to me.
You're in the middle of a fight. Why aren't you playing music? Where's your tambourine?
Right here. I'm gonna start playing the tambourine.
You should also get them. Wherever they are.
So
I just work here.
we have tambourines going.
You have a tambourine going.
I could use
So-
some vocals. I'm just like running my finger, just going like, it's just really fast.
You're waiting to do like a slow crescendo to, I don't know. What
Very strong intro. I don't know. I guess we're going impromptu.
I'm gonna pull out my lute and start playing along with the brass mariachi band.
Excellent.
Like,
What?
Imp-
What? I forget what
adding
instrument did
to
I
it,
have.
like adding it, like soloing along with them.
All right. So to paint a picture, you've got this mariachi band brass mariachi band playing kind of a low tone, and then you're gonna jump in and be like or lute solo right now.
But it'll be in the tune. It's gonna be with what they're playing. You know, I'll some guitar strumming and soloing, but I'm gonna start by creeping in on their song, and then start progressively working in the rest of the band till we take over the music.
Absolutely. Roll. I think you're gonna roll Defy Danger with charisma. Everything's gonna be Defy Danger, guys, because it's
Can
a
I-
dangerous situation.
How
Can I do an
help out?
assist on this?
Yeah.
So I'm playing my tambourine.
Absolutely.
What instrument did I have? I forgot.
Saxophone.
Saxophone. That's right.
I had a cowbell, right?
I think you had cymbals.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're the percussion section. All right. Okay. Where do I roll?
Aid or interfere.
Bang. Ooh. Wait, did Brett roll a 5?
He did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh, our aid did not help out much.
Which I don't know how, because my charisma is my highest stat, but that was terrible.
It looks like you rolled a 1 and a 2.
Wait.
But it bumped. So you start jamming out on your lute. You can hear the tambourine. You can hear the what was your instrument? You hear the tambourine and you hear the
I have a lute.
the caraca. No, wait. What is your instrument again? Druid.
Bear
So-
castanets.
Castanets. I keep forgetting. The music. You start playing these instruments. The lute solo starts really cranking, and before you know it, you can feel metal running up your ankles.
Push
Okay.
to dodge the metal.
Running up your
Roll
ankles.
away.
It's already on you.
Can I?
Oh, wow.
I'm not gonna casually glance down while I'm playing and see if I'm just feeling something or if there's something actually there.
You look down and you see what looks like the end of a trumpet with fangs and eyes coming up your leg, and it's already engulfed your foot. Roll discern realities.
Okay.
But oh, ooh. Wait, it's eating his foot, not mine. Then I'm okay
Yes.
with this.
Wouldn't this
Still
be
gonna dodge
magic?
out of it.
It does kind of feel like magic.
I feel like this is breaking the cardinal rule of the gnomes.
It might be. You've got a. It looks like you've got a couple of questions.
Okay. Who's really in control here?
You can see Princess Justina off stage, flicking what appears to be a conductor's baton.
Okay.
With her eyes still covered because she doesn't want to see the troll dog.
I'm currently using that to play the tambourine. A very salacious way, we'll say.
What should I be on the lookout for?
This trumpet's gonna eat your leg.
Is an expert at discerning realities. I believe I'm in danger.
Let's see. Last question. What here is useful or valuable to me, other than my leg?
Well, it's your leg is not about to be. Is actually about to not be useful or valuable to you. What here is useful or valuable to you? Seeing that Justina is in control, and knowing that gnomes from your interactions with the agent or your agent on the gnome's side, you know that they do not inherently know magic. They have to do magic with an object or a conduit, and that baton has a shiny rock on the hilt of it.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna start singing, adding lyrics to the song, and it's gonna be the lyrics are gonna talk about a guy named Killian and his quest to break a stick.
Are you letting
I-
your leg chewed on here by this?
And then I'm gonna look at the rest of the band like some help with my leg here.
Is this like a Royal Rumble anything goes kind of fight?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
All right, I'm gonna pull. So I've got my triangle that I'm just standing there, just kind of staring off into space. I'm gonna pull an arrow out and start playing the triangle with an arrow. And I'm going to let off a single, beautiful, as the arrow, the sharp arrowhead hits the triangle, it just lets out a pure tone, and then I drop the triangle and shoot her in the face with a bow.
Jesus Christ.
You could
Problem
just break
solved.
the
Battle to the death.
All right. Okay. Give me 1 second.
And let's say as I grabbed the arrow, I used my glove with the sleeping venom, grab the head of the arrow. So if it does hit, she's going to be poisoned.
Absolutely. She might be dead. She's a gnome.
Can I do something?
You can in a moment. We've got two things going on right now.
Okay, I think you'll like my thing.
First things first. Since you didn't stop the trumpet from eating your leg, go ahead and take 2 damage. It's chomping on your foot and your leg and your ankle at this point. Killian, roll volley. Nine. What is your damage?
My damage for volley is a D8.
Okay. You also have to choose an effect. Since you rolled a 9, I would like to know what your effect is before you roll damage. It is listed in your roll stuff and roll tools.
Yeah. I guess I'll move into some form of danger.
As you leap to the side, because Waylon was blocking your view, and fire your shot, you step right on to another instrument coming out of the ground, and you stick your foot right into a trombone, and you let off your shot. Go ahead and roll. I will say one thing. Gnomes don't have 10 health.
Can we just say her head explodes when the arrow hits it? Be a pretty spectacular way to end the song.
As you fire off the arrow into her shiny gnome head, it goes straight through her hand. That doesn't see the or that she was, covering her eyes, so she didn't see the 2-foot-long hot dog.
He played salaciously on a tambourine.
Pins
Yes.
her to the wall, skewered in the brain, as the mariachi music, immediately stops.
Does it do that thing where like horns just stop and it's like, wow?
Yes, absolutely. And
Now I'm going to do my tambourine crescendo.
And as you crescendo, the ground shakes, the mariachi music stops, and these 5 brass instruments immediately come out of the ground, all with very sharp teeth, charging at you from all directions. You are surrounded by brass instruments running in your direction. Justin, you are mute as the mutest can mute.
I want to do elemental mastery.
I thought Scott had a move. Scott,
Oh.
what do you want to do?
Scott,
We're surrounded, you say?
I do.
Oh,
say-
Gandalf, save us!
do it.
Save us with your magic in the middle of the gnomes.
Summon a giant eagle.
No, I'm
They'll
the
take
eagle.
you right to the volcano. You could drop it right in.
Exactly.
I don't know if I can help in this situation. I had a different thing going on, but then things happened. I had a different idea for my action, but then things happened.
Things happen.
Go
Wow.
break my
Bitches,
hot dog in half.
yeehaw!
Do you want?
Alright.
Do you want to hesitate? And
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Bear.
Oh, elemental mastery.
Okay. What are you elementally mastering?
Earth.
Earth.
Roll hot dogs.
Excellent. The arena itself, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Excellent. What are you doing?
So I have 14 on that, so that means I get a plus.
Whatever the fuck you want.
I get 2 of them. I'm going to pick the effect you desire comes to pass. You avoid paying nature's price. So I'm going to bring up a massively large stone barrier around us, and I'm gonna push the instruments out. So kind of doing like a shockwave kind of ring thing to give us space away from the instruments and try to get them pushed to the walls of the arena.
And you do not retain control.
Correct.
Excellent.
Whatever happens after that is all you.
As you bring up your stone walls, and I'm picturing like straight out of like Avatar or Full Metal Alchemist, the ground appears as a wall around you. You push it out, and it ripples across the ground, pushing the instruments to the side. They fall out of the arena, and the ripple continues to go all the way up the Colosseum, sending gnomes flying in all directions as they're launched into the sky.
I want to attempt to save some of the flying gnomes.
You are too far away, but
Oh, I can throw a 24-inch hot dog.
But as it ripples up the Coliseum, you see one spot specifically in the arena where the ripple stops and goes. It's almost like it hits a force field and it goes around the person. And Flanagan, Melvin, as you look up to see who this person is, you see a woman with gray robes, green earrings. She appears to be Flanagan's mother in the arena.
What the fuck?
Great. I love when our own characters cameo.
It's the Time War.
Wait, it's Flanagan's mom. Which queen lady?
Immediately upon seeing Flanagan's mother, Davriel is going to start thrusting his hips as he plays the saxophone and cast Fireball at her.
Into the audience.
Yes.
I love it. I can't wait. Go ahead and roll use magic. You don't want to engage. You don't want to wait to engage her. You want to like straight up.
Oh,
Fireball
straight up.
right now.
It's just yes.
She is quite a distance away. I will tell you this. She's far up in the arena, but fireball
Sure.
away. Go ahead. I want to see some fire.
I want to assist in this.
How are you assisting with him casting fire?
I'm going to break my hot dog into 3 pieces, so I now have 3 24-inch hot dogs, and I'm going to launch 2 javelin style inside the fireball.
Okay, well, that's going to be a volley, not a help out.
This is assist.
No,
Oh,
you,
is
are,
a quick-
you are clearly throwing a javelin.
All right, I'm gonna cast
Go
a
ahead,
spell.
Do it. Cast a spell.
Just give me my assistant, Sean.
12.
What does Fireball do in Dungeon World?
So it does that. You evoke a mighty ball. Oh, so I can actually just click on the spell name and it does a roll as well. Okay, good to know.
Super convenient.
Yeah,
you,
actually.
You launch a.
Or I'm
fireball.
sorry, that 2d6. Wait, 2d6 plus 0 equals 3 plus 2 equals 0.
2d6, so it'd be 1d6, which is.
Oh, I see it. Okay, I get it. So that would do 5 damage. Yes.
You launch a fireball at her, flying through the air. Go ahead and roll volley, Mr. Wiener Javelin.
Oh god, this is. Oh man, I could have. Hey, a 7.
What's your effect?
Okay, my computer is trying to force me to restart. Hold on. Okay. I'll just take some damage, I guess. Minus 1d. You have to. Oh, take what you can get. Minus 1d6. What does that mean?
You want to? Do you want to reduce your damage by 1d6? So you
What
would
do
roll
I-
damage and then roll 1d6, and we would subtract that.
Okay, where do I see my damage?
Should be somewhere
Oh.
on the character sheet.
D10. Okay, well, I'm throwing 2 wieners. I guess I could just reduce it.
You are rolling 1 damage die. You're not.
Well, I know. So you have to take several shots. I'm throwing 2 wieners. I'm already
I
taking
thought you
2
were
shots.
throwing 3.
Oh, I was throwing 2 to hold the
Oh,
third
okay.
one. I don't have 3.
So you want to reduce your ammo by 1.
Yeah, I'm just shooting 1 wiener.
Okay, so you have to take several shots. You toss one, you lose a wiener to the crowd.
It's now thoroughly cooked.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Flanagan, as your fireball goes sailing through the air at her, you see her raise her hands, and a stone wall appears. An attempt to deflect the shot. Your fireball hits the wall, causing an explosion, and you can see shrapnel fly at her face, cutting her.
Immediately, I am going to follow up with a second fireball.
Excellent.
Should we do the
Gnomes
weird
love a
combo
spectacle.
again?
And
Avril is sitting there wailing on his saxophone, just thrusting his hips forward as a fireball comes shooting out of the saxophone.
as you fling the troll hot dog, it goes past, or you could see that the wall that she summoned in the crowd has a hole in it from the explosion. The wiener sails right through the hole. It smacks her in the face for 7 damage.
That might be the most powerful thing I've ever used.
Actually, can I? I have arcane art, and I would like try to add. I'm going to try to add 1d4 to his damage.
How do you do that?
He's injecting the wieners and flopping through the air.
I ask this as someone who has a trumpet where your leg used to be. You're deciding instead of dealing with the trumpet to enchant a flying hot dog.
I thought somebody was helping me with the trumpet. I stuck my.
The trumpet was pushed out of the arena by the wall thing. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm just so it's well, let's see how.
You rolled a 10.
Okay. Yeah, so it comes from a performance. So I'm just singing a song about boom goes the fireworks or something. I don't know. And, some mighty explosion. I'm singing about big explosions and trying to help.
Are you singing Katy Perry's Firework now?
I'm going to do Wrecking Ball.
Excellent. I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
You what? How does this make the hot dog better? Is Pea Sprout just more inspired? Is his arm tenser as he hurls the hot dog? Or is it like the hot dog enchanted in some way?
This is an extra long hot dog. Give it 8 more inches.
Does it like suddenly get mustard on it and gets in her eye?
It gets a little harder, I guess.
A little bit comes out. A little bit of mustard squirts out of the end.
Slaps her right in the face for an extra 1d4 damage.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Oh, do I need to roll? Let's see.
As this is happening, go ahead and roll your other fireball. Flanagan.
Yes, of course. I actually do have to click on spell thingy.
She got hit with
I
a.
love that you have decided, all of you together, have decided that instead of fighting the trumpets, this bitch has to die in the audience.
Flanagan knows that this is a problem. 13
If somebody in my party goes after someone specifically, I'm gonna help.
for 10 more damage. Ignoring armor. This all ignores armor, by the way. I've done 15 damage of ignoring armor fire damage.
15. Okay, so we got, how much damage you did first?
5 on the first one, and then 10 on this
A
one.
7 from the heart. Oh, no, wait.
Plus
How much was the
7,
D4?
plus
D4.
1d4, which was 3, plus 10. So 25 damage to this non-combatant.
I'm going to break my hot dog apart a couple more times. Just slowly build an arsenal of 24-inch wieners.
I'm trying to run interference for any of the instruments that are trying to get close to them as they're attacking the crowd.
They're
Wanna take-
absolutely about to waylay into you completely since you have ignored them for a while. So, yes, you can save the day, loose leaf. As a fireball is flung into the sky again at this poor woman who has done nothing wrong.
Except
Another wall is summoned to protect her, and it explodes, sending shrapnel everywhere.
Davril's going to follow with a third
And
fireball.
When the dust settles, she's no longer there.
If that's the
What-
case, seeing that she has ran off like the bitch she is,
Do you want to fire another fireball at her?
no,
Are you sure?
I'm gonna see
She
the
might be on the
nearest.
ground. She might be in
I'm
the
gonna,
cloud.
I'm gonna see the nearest trumpet to me, and I'm gonna launch a fireball at it.
All right. Well, Loose Leaf had already had plans to
Yes,
engage
yes,
with
yes,
some
yes.
trumpets. So
Yeah.
Loose Leaf, they are coming. They have hopped back into the arena, and they are coming at you, or they're coming at the party in the center of the arena in a hexagonal kind of pattern from all directions. How would you like to engage?
I'm gonna just the first one coming in that's closest to me. I'm gonna try to intercept it, and I'm gonna try to rake the shit out of his bear.
You're just gonna go swipe at it with a paw.
I'm gonna be like, "Rawr, bear,
Going
With
to
your cabinets or with your bear claw?
both, palm it.
I'm just worried about you breaking them.
They're magic bear baronets.
I wish to
Uh,
assist by tossing some hot dogs to distract the poor fool he's about to squash.
The poor fool he's about to squash is a piece of metal, but
And if you had 24-inch wieners flying at you, you would probably take notice.
you swing your paw hard and heavy at this trombone, and you sink your hand right into its mouth.
Okay, I wish to change this. I'm going to feed the trombone some hot dogs to free his
And
hand.
you take 4 damage as it's biting down the wrist, working its way to your elbow. Go ahead, mark XP.
I did. I finally have earned XP as this character
Yay!
in combat.
I have a new idea. I'm going to crumble one up really fast and shove it down in the trombone.
His arm is
Break
a
it into
trombone,
a
and
bunch
it's a
of
big
small-
bear arm, so
Oh no, the other side. You know where the
Oh.
mouthpiece goes. Just shoving
you're
bits.
gonna run by. So you've got instruments coming at you from behind. You're gonna run forward and try to shove something in the mouthpiece of another one.
Well, you said that they were making a ring, right? So
They
if
are
he's over
ring
here,
around you, yes.
and I run outside of the ring behind the one that's biting him. That's a reasonable
So you're
plan.
gonna juke around it and try to shove a hot dog into the mouthpiece.
I mean, he could assist me. It is like eating his giant
Sure.
bear arm.
You you juke around the trombone hanging in midair, trying to eat your bear friend's arm, and as you jam the hot dog in the mouthpiece, you realize it
No,
won't
this is
fit.
pieces of hot dogs. Little pieces.
Little piece.
All going to turn into 24 inches.
Okay, that makes
I'm
sense.
getting creative.
As you shove all of these, this is have you ever played a brass instrument?
Yes, I played a trombone for like 9 years.
And you know how small a hole.
I do. In my mind, what's happening here is I'm filling the brass instrument with hot dogs. He'll expand and
I
push his arm
understand
out.
what you're doing. I'm just like-
Rocketing.
I'm amazed at how little Pea Sprout can dice hot dogs that instantly regrow in the middle of a fight.
Where's the lore thing? I will hit you with some lore. What do I need to
You're gonna
roll
hit me with
for
some.
that?
You're gonna hit me with some trombone lore.
I'm going to hit you with the YP Sprout knows how to micro dice hot dogs, specifically
In the
for
middle of
this.
battle. Yeah, roll spout lore. I need to know how this works.
Shit, well, I got a 5.
Go ahead, mark XP. You are juking around this guy. You've got your what's the name of your sword?
Gary.
You've got Gary.
Oh, Sword of Peace. I forgot about that.
You
I'm going
whip
to
out
change
the
it to
sword of
Gary.
peace and the shield of
No,
not
it's
peace.
Gary. We are
Does your shield also have a name?
It does.
Excellent. I need these names because this
Sword is now Gary.
All
He
right.
has been wrecked on.
The sword is. I know what the sword's name is.
It's not Hazy. He can't have Hazy. Although
Sword
it would be
Alamu.
it would be befitting to him.
How do you think it got to arena?
That's a good question. I could see Hazy being possessed by Killian. or Gideon, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
As you whip out your sword of peace or your Gary, and you slide up your shield and you use it as a cutting board to quickly dice these hot dogs. And then as you go to jam them into the mouthpiece, they regrow way too quickly. They won't fit, and suddenly you are covered, piled upon by like 80 2-foot long hot dogs as they push you to the ground.
I would like to keep thrashing around and cutting hot dogs.
As you keep thrashing at these hot dogs, they continue to regrow faster and faster, and the hot dogs pile up in the arena, and suddenly you can't move because of the weight of them on you.
I have to have something to get out of this.
Gnomes love a spectacle.
We'll come back to you. Don't worry. You can think about it. Loose Leaf, you have a trombone eating your arm.
It is unbearable.
It is a concern.
I'm gonna try to use my other arm to try to like punch it, and using my last hold.
Are you currently in bear form?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not for
Well,
much longer.
You know what you should do? Transform out of bear form and transform back into bear form with the trumpet on your arm.
Well, once I use my last hold, then I'll transform back into a man. So
Poor trombone
You're going
man.
to use your last hold to take a swing. And as you swing at it,
Oh my god.
you just it's like it bobbed down and you end up spinning yourself and falling to the ground backwards and turning back into an elf. And suddenly I'm trying to figure out how your armor and shit works. Does the trombone become part of you?
no, it's only when I transform into a bear. So the next time I do a bear action, if it is an inanimate object and I'm wearing it, then it would transform into me.
All right. Well, currently not inanimate object, and it bites into your arm again for 4 more damage.
I'm out. I'm out cold.
Are you at 0?
I'm at -1.
Oh god.
Have last breath. You can survive.
I would like to cast a spell.
Is it save Loose Leaf's life before
It
he
is
has
called-
to talk to death?
It is called Cure Light Wounds.
Do you have to do you have to touch him to do so?
Yes,
You know there is a trombone on his arm.
correct, but not his other arm.
Help! I have an unintended tromboner.
Ha!
Ah.
You run forward and lay your hands upon him to cast a spell. And we can't lose Melvin again, can we?
I'm finding ways to do it, apparently.
Cast spell.
I might be the most useless person in our party. I just buried myself under wieners.
I
Is
cure
this
him
in
for.
character or out of character?
I cure him
Chris?
for 1.
We don't do negative health. You have 1 health.
So you're badly wounded
You
with the
fall
thing
to the
still
ground,
biting you.
the bloody stump of your arm being gnawed on by a trombone. You pass out. You wake up. You look down at your arm. There's still a trombone there, and it's working its way up to your shoulder at this point.
I am going to panic and I'm going to shapeshift.
Okay.
Just don't
What are
fail.
you shapeshifting into?
Tea kettle.
I want to turn into. Now, I have to spout lore for this.
Okay. What was
You have to roll first.
I need to establish that the forests that the elves come from have very large spiders.
Oh, God. Wait, could you shapeshift into a troll?
They're two humanoid.
Tell me about
Really?
the spiders.
They are Talaxian mega spiders. They
Oh.
are
Is this
they're
something from some other game, or are you just
No.
making up the word Talaxian?
I'm trying to find make something sound fantasy.
Excellent.
Isn't a Talaxian from Star Trek?
I think so.
So
Oh
they're-
wait.
they're called Talaxian what?
Definitely.
Deadly or Talaxian like poison spiders.
Talaxian poison spiders.
They are about the size of, I don't want to say a full-size elephant, but a baby elephant. They're huge. They're very rare. They are very poisonous, and they have poisonous barbs all over them, and they can shoot webs.
Excellent. I love everything about this.
And I get to hold
Okay,
3.
yeah.
Oh wait, no. Now I have to shapeshift into it.
And you have eight legs,
Yeah,
or is it 6? I forget.
spiders are 8,
Spiders are 8. Excellent.
but roll.
Well,
I
now you
can
have-
shapeshift.
As you shapeshift, you realize you don't have 8 legs. You have 7 because a trombone is eating one of them.
Okay.
Sorry, the trombone's still there.
Yes. He's not been
But my leg is bigger than trombone.
It is. So it's just on the nub end of it.
Oh.
Have
It
I
is-
wiggled
it is-
myself out
it's
of my
suddenly
hot
not a
dog?
It's suddenly not a like a dog eating a person. It's suddenly a puppy eating a giant. Is that
Yeah.
a good
Yes.
description?
He can't make much progress now.
Right, like he's bitten down, but now he can't get his mouth around you.
Right.
It's like a little flea.
And you are this giant fucking spider in the middle of the arena,
Yeah.
and you have a castanet on each of your things, and they're just clacking away.
They multiply.
Because they truly were magical.
I have 7 spider castanets.
Actually, you're giant, right? So they'd be more like symbols at this
Is
point.
yeah.
It sounds like a bunch of horses like clopping around because they're so big and one just.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna try to use one of my hold actions to spit my web to get this thing off me.
You're gonna spit your web and try to. What do you want to do with your web?
I'm going to like kind of attempt to wrap the thing in web and then like shoot my web so it goes flying, so I can
Okay,
pull it
you
off.
Wanna like pin it outside the arena on a wall or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Do that.
Hack and slash or volley.
I feel like this might be a defied danger because you're trying to capture it.
Eh.
But it feels like, is this a strength thing or you?
I
is it
think
like-
I have to be accurate to hit it.
It's on you though. How accurate does it have to be?
Then it would probably be strength
Strength.
because I'm trying to pull it off.
Okay, I was thinking strength or con because it's from in you, right? It's like vomiting.
Yeah, con I have a +1, strength I have a 0, but
You know what? You roll what you think is best, and we'll roll with it because this is just fucking cool.
Eh.
As as it you when you act, despite so this happens, but it's a you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. Worst outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. As you rear back to spit the web at this thing at the end of your leg, you're not going to have time to move your leg, but there's something like something directly behind where your arm is and where he's going to go that's going to prevent him from going outside the arena, and it's going to put him close. And it's a giant pile of fucking hot dogs.
Yes. Never
Fire
forget.
this web. He is going to be webbed down to some hot dogs, and there's someone underneath those hot dogs that cannot move right now.
Yeah, but if I knock
there's
knock
someone
him
under
out,
it? Is it a womanly visage?
No, it's Peace Road. He's buried under all the hot
Oh.
dogs. Because he can't be trusted with a hot dog that regrows.
I'm gonna shoot the web because I was unconscious. I don't know what's underneath the hot dog mass.
Excellent. The trombone is thrown and webbed up against the hot dogs, and it rotates a little bit in the air and starts eating.
Wait, it's eating hot dogs?
Yes.
It's eating
It's
them.
gonna explode.
Does it know
These
that?
don't have stomach acid. Oh god. Oh god, we're all gonna die under a pile of hot dogs. This is how we die. This is like the freaking Harry Potter thing where you knock the cup over and then it turns into more cups. This is 24-inch hot dogs. That's the route we're going. Oh god.
Oh, the gift didn't work. Hold on.
Oh, I like that.
Can I get out of the hot dog pile since the mass is lessening because there's a beast eating them all?
Is it lessening though?
Yes, because they're inside the. Oh god, it could get bigger, I guess, because it's brass. It'll expand some. Oh, well, we'll just have to see how many hot dogs it takes to make this thing explode.
As it chomps down on the hot dogs, it's just eating because that's what it's doing instinctually, and the hot dogs start. It's like a tunnel appears in front of it as it eats its way right towards the middle where you are. But you're right. Brass instruments don't have stomach acid. But you know what does? Mimics.
Oh, this is the worst.
As
Okay,
the,
so it's just the
as
same.
the mimic chomps its way through the hot dogs to you, it finds Peace Sprout, and it pays no heed. It just wants to eat.
So while this is happening, I'm gonna attempt to cast heal on Loose Leaf again
Okay, excellent.
because I know that my heal didn't do all that much. So cast 10, which means it succeeds.
All right, let's see something better than what was last time, which was like there we go.
7. There we go. You are healed for 7.
Spider Legion thanks you for your heals.
Oh my god.
This spider is
Spider.
the size of a baby elephant. He stands taller than you, or does. When you say baby elephant, how tall is this baby elephant spider?
Well, I would say like the body is about the size of an elephant, but then like the legs are
like
yeah, like I'm pretty huge. I would say like a model after Daddy Long Legs.
so you could like somebody could ride you.
Yeah,
Just throwing that out there.
yeah. Only if they consent first.
Can I move around since there are fewer hot dogs?
You can.
Ooh, I want to.
You could see the slobber getting close.
I mean, I guess we could have an infinite standstill. I could keep hacking hot dogs to make more hot dogs for it to eat. Is a mimic stomach capacity unlimited? I need to roll spout lore to see if I know this.
Sure, go ahead, roll spout lore.
Oh, where is it? I always lose it. I am the law, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Hey, alright. Tell me what I know about mimics.
I'll tell you. You know that mimics are used to make bags of holding.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, there is going to be a bag of holding with infinite hot dogs inside of it. Oh. Do I know how to make a bag of holding?
Yeah, you have to flay a mimic and use magic to enchant it.
Flay a mimic, you say?
Yeah, you need to skin it.
Can I escape the tunnel out of the tunnel of hot dogs.
You will have to push back. You will have to push past the mimic.
Man, screw it. I'm just gonna whack this mimic with my sword.
You're just gonna like, I see you crouched in a bunch of hot dogs. There's a bit of light, and you've got your sword. You're just gonna jab forward at it.
Yes, probably cutting a bunch of hot dogs in the process, producing more hot dogs. But hopefully I'll be able to get out.
This sounds like a hack and slash to me. Go ahead and swing your sword. Go for the
I can
skewer.
slash, baby. Yes! Oh, so, what I didn't realize, Tandem Strike adds the an extra 1d4 and +1 forward against whoever I'm fighting.
Okay.
So, let me roll a 1d4 and take +1 forward.
So you
Off.
rolled a 10 to do it. You have to roll your damage. So what is
Yep.
your attack?
It's a d10.
So you roll a d10 plus that 1d or plus the 1.
Oh my god!
Do you,
Wow.
At your option, well, since you rolled a 10 or 10 plus, you can add a 1d6 or you can avoid all damage.
Well, I want to get out. I want to avoid all damage.
You don't want to make sure you don't want to try to kill it? You want to try to escape?
Yes, I don't want the hot dogs to be my grave. That almost happened to me once.
Okay, so you're not escaping right now. You're trying to pierce through it. Like, you avoid their attack, but he's still right in your face. Like,
Jesus.
there's nowhere for
Fuck.
you to go.
I'm extra stabbing it.
You- like, I want this to work for you so you don't die. Because y'all,
Okay, die, stupid mimic. Take.
you skewer at him, and it lets out a low gasp as it transforms from a trumpet into a small wooden chest with fangs and its tongue flopped out.
Oh, so it's dead.
Yes.
Okay, I'm putting that bitch in my inventory.
It's a small wooden chest, so it's like this big.
Yep, it's going in the inventory.
All right.
As I escape the hot dog
You
doom.
crawl out of hot dog doom.
And
as you peak the hot dog volcano created by the mimic, you see a giant fucking spider. And you realize you're now stuck in its web. Because the hole that the mimic came out of or made there was a web on the other side.
Okay. I wish to slice the hot dogs behind me to propel myself through the web.
I don't think that's how physics work, but sure.
This is Fantasyland.
Go
Don't take
ahead
my-
and roll Defy Danger with stupidity.
To
You
the
know,
moon.
I just want to get away from the hot dog.
I think it's a strength.
To the moon.
Hey, there we
As
go.
you, as you slice down, the hot dogs start to reproduce quickly, and they launch you forward through the net. The net, or the spider web is caught onto a bunch of hot dogs, so they come flying with you through the air. You are a javelin of spider webs and hot dogs. As we have our spider, our wizard. Sorry guys, there's a bunch of other instruments that y'all haven't engaged with, and now they're chomping at the bit. Waylon, you've got one chomping on you again. Killian, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You've got an instrument or about to enter your bubble. What do both of you do?
My personal space.
Your personal space is about to be invaded upon.
Would it benefit the part? Fuck it.
You're flying
I
through
fly
the air.
through the
You
air.
shut up.
No, I want to
You're
say
flying
something.
through the air. You shut up. They gotta deal with these instruments.
As I fly through the air.
How many are about to attack me? Just one?
Just two.
I see. I'm pretty dexterous. I could try to like. Am I surrounded by hot dogs?
You are not.
So all of this is pretty like centralized on Pea Sprout.
The hot dogs are
The hot
centralized
dog
on Free
shenanigans.
Sprout, which are kind of off to the edge of the arena at this point.
Okay, so I'm not being flooded in hot dogs.
No, you're not. Not yet. I'm sure Peace Sprout will change that.
I mean, I did make a hot dog volcano, so there's probably some nearby if you want to get in on this.
I mean, guess I should just attack them.
Probably.
Hey,
And
Saven.
go ahead and roll damage. Are you? And you said your stuff was poisoned.
Yes. With sleeping poison. I mean,
As you stab into it with your dagger, sword,
dagger.
it bites down on your wrist as you slice, and it falls to the ground dead or unconscious. You can't tell because of the poison that you put on the blade. As another one is aiming for your buttocks, and it's jumping at your butt to bite you now.
I just imagine like a cartoon butt.
I'm
How they
assuming
like-
you have more than 5 health. Is that true?
Well, it says I only had 4. I don't remember where I took the 2 damage,
You
but
wouldn't have taken 2 damage at any point. You probably had a long rest. You're probably at total health. Actually, everyone started
Yes.
this fight with full health.
okay, so I have 1.
Excellent.
1 health left.
Well, you've got something that's about to bite your ass and kill you.
Guess I could defend.
Defend, kill. You've still got your sleep dagger.
I'm gonna defend.
All right. How do you want to defend?
As it goes to bite my exposed rear, I'm going to flex my toned butt muscles. Preparation for the chomp.
You're just gonna you're going to power through it biting you. You're just gonna have buns of steel flex.
Yeah. Killian mutters
Just
he's not gonna
bounces
eat my
off.
ass.
All right. I think that means roll defy danger with con.
I'm defending.
That's what defy danger is. Is there a defend move?
Yeah, I have defend.
What does defend do?
When you stand in defense of a person, item, or location under attack.
Oh, so you still
I'm the
roll
person
con.
under attack.
So
Yeah.
so long as you stand in defense. Okay. So what does that do? You rolled a 6. Doesn't matter.
Not a damn thing happens.
As you flex your buttocks in defense, it chomps right down on it, and you feel the life leave you as you fall to the ground, getting chomped away. Does someone want to rescue Killian?
Yes, I'm gonna run up and cast heal on him.
All right, he's got a mimic on his butt.
I'm gonna try to kick the mimic away.
All right, let's roll both of those as they're both happening simultaneously. Flanagan runs up to cast a spell as a giant spider goes to football kick a mimic with its cabernet leg.
He should do it giraffe style. He should stop it with his big hoof. Defend your giraffe, baby. Fine.
So I should roll.
You should roll use magic.
Yes. Hang on a second. My windows are being all funky. Use magic. Cast a spell. Yes.
So when does my hot dog covered parachute resolve?
There's a lot of chaos going on. It'll probably resolve around the same time that we figure out what's going on with Waylon. Ooh, spell fails.
Spell fails.
All right, you stomp the mimic to death with your spider legs. It is squished, but Davril, you need to get 1 XP,
Got my XP.
and when you release, the spell fails. You release magic that would supposedly heal somebody, trying to bring him back from the brink. But when you lay your hands upon him, you feel a darkness as Killian fades.
Did you fireball him while you're trying to heal him?
Gideon, I need you to roll.
Last breath.
Did you
sorry.
call me Gideon?
I did. I need you, Gideon, specifically to roll. Where is it? It's
Last breath.
last breath. Where is it? I'm looking for it in my rules.
It's in his.
It's
in
on
his
moves. It's on moves, but it's on the left column.
Whew, that's good.
I've cheated death, but I'm in a bad spot. But I'm still alive.
Gideon, you are in a bad spot. Killian is gone.
That's good.
No, it's not. It's really not. Gideon has been let loose in the Time War.
So does the skin suit Killian, does it just burst open and now I'm just like a big blob
No,
come
it's,
oozing out of
it's like Gideon is Killian. And you've got like this nagging in the back of your head. It's like a low static. Like you can it's like Killian should be there and maybe he's there, maybe he isn't, but Gideon's got full control of everything that's going on. There's no whispering or trying to convince Killian that he needs to do what Gideon says. Gideon's driving.
Very
Oh,
good.
baby.
Jesus, take the wheel.
The worst Jesus that ever Jesus. And last but not least, Waylon Ginseng. You have two mimics about to make you also dead, and you've got Pea Sprout flying through the air who might be able to help you. What do you do?
I'm
Well,
gonna javelin hot dogs at him.
I can't access Roll20 right now, but
You just tell us and we'll roll for you.
I have it goes to 11, which I can will cause an enemy to attack its ally on a successful roll.
Ooh.
I would like to do that.
Who would like to roll for Waylon Ginseng?
I'll roll for him.
I'm helping out by showering them with hot dogs.
Absolutely. Maybe not.
Yeah,
Mark XP.
I'm not being helpful. I'm just throwing hot dogs off into the distance, having a grand old time.
Don't worry, something bad will happen for that 6, but we got to see how this rolling up to 11 plays out.
Last time something bad happened with hot dogs, I went up under a giant pile of them and then tried to cut my way out.
You can't cut your way out of hot dogs that constantly reproduce. It's not how the world works.
You can't blame somebody for trying.
I can blame someone for saying these hot dogs were 2 feet long.
Hey, you were like, you get a hot dog. And then I think our nice pal over there, the dancing bear, said, yes, they're made out of troll meat. So they instantly...
Multiple people said troll me. It wasn't just me.
Oh, wait, maybe...
The troll
We'll have
meat
to
was-
watch the tape.
It had to be troll meat.
You know,
It's the only way to keep the gnome populace fed.
if you kept your hot dog in its bun, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. But no, you let it loose, and you were irresponsible with your food, and you played with it, and just chaos ensued. It's only you to blame, sir.
You're like a
Hey-
toddler.
Hey Jeff, who organized the creation of the paladins in World of Warcraft? Was it Uther the Lightbringer?
It was the Knights of the Silver Hand. It was Tyrion, Fordragon, Uther, Tyrillian.
Wasn't it like Sir Alonius?
It was
or something like that?
Alonis Fowl.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah, he was the first. You know, you're saying that, and I can see. I used to love reading the Warcraft 2 intro book. I always loved those, like the Diablo one, the Warcraft one. So I can like see the little like the what is it, the Metzen art. Love it.
Yeah, too bad they're all diddlers.
Yeah, I was reading that.
Are you still going for Waylon, Scott?
I am, but I've been clicking into a sheet and I don't see it yet. I don't have anything yet, so
It's the last thing on.
Why did you ask that question?
It's on the very bottom on the right.
I don't have access to your character sheet.
Oh, you
Oh,
don't?
that's Makes sense.
You have access now.
Scott, why did you ask that Warcraft question?
So on the side while we've been playing, I've just been doing trivia with the trivia bot.
Oh,
Wait, how do you do that?
Discord bot on another server. It goes to 11. I'm just going to click it goes to 11. Are there any modifiers to it? It's roll on charisma plus 0. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
Here we go. 7. The effect is they attack their nearest ally, but you also draw their attention and ire.
It immediately you dial it up with your loot, and the mimic just goes. One of the mimics just goes nuts and eats the other one whole in one bite, and it's just gone.
Mimicception.
And then it turns its eyes back at you, and it's charging at you now. It's like filled with rage. And
I'm gonna see this.
Sprout.
Do I see this? What do I see? What does Davril see?
As you've just laid hands on
Yes.
On Gideon,
The
and
body formerly known as Killian.
and you've dismissed his soul. Or you've dismissed Killian's soul, basically. And as you look up, you see this rockin' loot solo happen and then a mimic eats another mimic. And then the other mimic just rages and starts charging at Waylon. And some crazy fucking paladin falls out of the sky.
All right.
With a
Well,
hot dog
in that
hand into the
I'm gonna-
the mimic's mouth.
Oh no!
into the mimic's mouth.
would the weight of a body falling from that high not kill the mimic?
We're gonna
Like
find
the
out.
the jaws unhinged.
We're gonna find out.
Well,
uh,
I'm gonna follow up with a hip thrust and a saxophone solo, and a fireball is gonna come screaming out the end of my saxophone at the mimic.
okay, that's an AOE, and there's a pea sprout there. You okay with
He's
this?
inside. He's inside. You said.
He is halfway in. His butt's
Ah,
in.
you said he's in.
Okay.
You said he was in.
Okay, he'll be totally in there. I'm fine with that. You have been devoured,
Okay.
pea sprout.
I'm just.
I hope the
inside.
explosion doesn't kill you.
You can thank Scott for digging your grave. He's like, no, he's already digested. He's already dead.
I'm gonna forget fireball so it succeeds properly.
How much damage does Fireball do?
Fireball is gonna do 7 damage.
Is there time dilation inside of a mimic?
That's an interesting question.
Considering it's a bag of holding, yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
As the fireball explosion rips across the battlefield, the mimic opens up and disintegrates, a la Cell versus Gohan Final Kamehameha, and out pops Pea Sprout.
Who
Covered
has
in,
seriously been chopping hot dogs the entire time? You did this to yourself, Sean.
and as his mouth opens up, Pea Sprout comes flying out, propelled by a mountain of hot dogs ejecting out of the mimic.
Yes. Yes. I love it.
Okay.
And there,
Is that all of
and
them?
the music stops. The mariachi music, because there's no more mimics. There's just
I wanna
hot
go-
dogs.
I just
I
do
wanna
a
go
little
through-
happy dance.
I'm gonna go investigate Giselle's body.
Giselle.
Yeah, whatever the Guinevere, whatever the princess who's stuck by her face to the wall.
Before you do that, the referee steps up. The referee who did nothing the whole fight. He climbs back in the arena. He appears to be wearing a poncho at this point, and he says, "And
Cut out.
Again,
You cut out as soon as you
again.
started.
God, I really want to grab the microphone and talk into it when I do the announcer shit, but I gotta figure out a way without pushing the button." And the winners are these crazy motherfuckers with the hot dogs, the ginseng, wailing ginseng, and the bystanders.
The way
Highlander, highwayman.
And
The highwayman.
who does he approach to hold their hand up in victory?
The spider. The spider. The spider.
The poisonous spider.
He reaches down. He's like, what can I lift up?
I kind of like hold up one of my little nublets just enough for him to like.
He points at it. He doesn't touch it.
Noblet.
And the crowd goes crazy as Peace Sprout charges at the dead body of the gnome princess.
Why am I charging? She's already dead.
I don't know.
I'm
Why
looting
are you running at the body? You're like, before
I want
anything
to
else
imagine-
happens, I gotta loot this bitch.
I want the magic stick.
Strip the corpse.
You immediately rummage through her belongings, grab her conductor's wand, pocket it. Anything else?
Does she have anything else? I just went through
You're
and
gonna rummage
molested
through her whole.
body.
You're gonna rummage through her whole belongings in the middle of an arena. Everyone to look at you.
I'm
Yeah.
going to cast
Okay.
Prestidigitation to, as I hip thrust, fireworks start shooting out the end of my saxophone and exploding in the sky above me.
Excellent. Everyone is drawn to the fireworks as
Did
Peace
people
Sprout-
come back because
Sorry, you
we
gotta roll
we
for that, Scott.
I do have to roll for that, yes.
I thought when I did my shockwave thing and the several volleys of fireballs, pretty much everybody pieced out of the arena.
Absolutely not. This is.
They
no
came
fair
back,
for
they're
Battle fans.
gnomes.
Half the audience
Were
is
they-
dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there had to have been some collateral damage from all the shrapnel from the walls exploding and the fireballs and the
The projectile hot dogs.
gnomes love a spectacle.
Never forget the gnome sect of the crowbar.
As the fireworks fill the sky and the remaining living audience members are cheering in excitement, having witnessed this incredible happening. The paladin has decided to loot the dead body of the princess. Comes back with what appears to be a lanyard with a name tag on it of the princess, a magic wand or a magic baton that does who knows what. And she didn't appear to have anything else in the arena, just her wand, the robe, and the lanyard.
I want to try to lay on hands on her body.
I mean, do you gotta?
I gotta try.
You're gonna
The
try
right
to-
thing to
She's
do.
been okay. You lay on
Bring her back
hands,
from the
sir.
dead.
Go ahead, roll lay on hands. Let's see if you die too. Again.
Oh my god. Oh no!
What happened?
So bad.
As you lay hands upon her and cast your magic. What does lay on hands do actually?
It's supposed to heal.
What is it supposed to do on a success and a not success?
Okay, on a miss, it just says
On a miss, but I want to know what it does on a success so I can, do the opposite.
The
of that.
opposite.
you heal 1d8 damage or remove one disease.
What
Well, you
is-
can't really give her more diseases.
I mean, death is the ultimate disease. You're not going to remove that.
Ooh.
As you
Never mind.
as you lay your hands upon her and you pray to whoever you pray to try to revive her, you blink and suddenly you're in darkness. And standing in front of you is a tall, dark figure in a dark robe and a scythe. And he says, "Why would you take this from me?"
Just what I do, buddy.
No, it's not.
You're in trouble now.
I don't know what to do to death. Okay. I think we can strike a deal. Oh,
With
I'm
the devil.
listening.
I need to think for a second.
Do you want to think on this for a week?
No, I don't want to come up with something clever. I'd rather make a deal with death. I don't know. What do I need to give death to resurrect this lady?
What do you have to offer? Because it's nothing. You don't have anything. You give up your life. Trade. A soul for a soul. Would you trade your life for hers?
Why is her life worth it though?
Time.
Depends on how racist you are against gnomes.
Oh, God.
If
How long will
killing
you give
like
me?
Two people are talking at once. What were you saying, Jeff?
Sorry. No, I was gonna say if Gideon like cut off his hands as the lay on hands failed, would it be like if you cut off like a zombie bitten limb? Would it stop the death from happening?
You want for Gideon to chop off Pea Sprout's hands to bring him back to
Just a
this
thought.
mental plane.
That's just a thought. Just a Gideon thought.
This could go so wrong.
Really, which part?
I need to.
Do you want to bargain with death, or you want Gideon to pull you back?
How long will death give me?
How long would death give you? What do you
I like
mean?
a deal.
You
I
want-
like a deal, not a trade.
You want to trade with him, right? What do you want to trade?
My life, but I get to run around for a while before he comes for me. And I don't know how long.
You offer up your life for an undetermined. You offer up your life for this thing, but you get to go back.
Yeah, for an indeterminate amount of time.
Indeterminate. Whenever I deem convenient. Next time I see you, there's no going back.
Fine with me. I love a good deal.
Excellent.
How did you end up in this shenanigan?
So
That
functionally,
was so mean. That was so mean to offer me a deal. Like, that's so fucked up. I couldn't say no.
you offered him a deal. You want her back, and you agreed to this. This is all your idea, and you're doing. I don't have to put you in situations. You do it yourself.
This was like probably the perfect like character crossover.
Absolutely.
High stakes trade for something really valuable.
And
Or maybe not. I don't know.
As you blink back into existence, she is staring at you as you are collapsed on the ground. And functionally, when next time you do last breath, it's a fail.
Okay, that's fine.
Ooh.
I say, oh God, it's a zombie, and kill her.
Why did you tell me that? You don't have to tell me that. You could have just told me to roll like.
No, I just want you to know what the stakes are. I want you to know.
Down.
This is important. You put yourself in this situation, you're done.
I mean, it makes sense though.
She looks
I
up
like
at
it.
you.
And
She looks up at you. And, or wait, no, yeah, she looks up at you as you're crouched over her, and she tries to get up, and she pokes you in the eye with an arrow that's through her head.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh my god!
She tries to talk and it just comes out a bunch of gibberish.
It's fertilers.
She's basically lobotomized by the arrow.
You would think that lay on hands would like force the arrow out.
It
Yeah,
would
with,
be
like,
if you roll a
heat.
3 on it.
Oh yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
this is how death brought her back. You know, I had to do it. I had to.
Why would you save me?
couldn't-
I was gone. I don't need to be here for this madness anymore.
I'm gonna turn into my elf form, and I'm gonna look at her. I'm like, we have no idea what's going on. Could you help us, please? We're so confused. We need help. All there is hot dogs and pain.
You're supposed
Hey,
to
guys.
talk.
Watch this trick. I'm gonna thrust my hips a few times and then cast prestidigitation again.
Why?
Keep the party rolling.
Keep the party rolling. 15.
Why?
The fireworks happen again. Are you?
Yes.
Why? What is they for? Please explain. What is their purpose? Is this?
I have a good explanation.
And as I'm playing, I just take with one hand, point down at my crotch, and then point down and point up at the fireworks, and be like, huh?
The crowd is continuing to go wild as you stay in the arena thrusting and fireworking for the next hour.
I want to ask her if she knows who the magic lady in the crowd was that I threw a hot dog at.
Yes, but we can't speak that here.
To the locker
Go somewhere
room.
more private.
Yes, I have an arrow in my head. I have to figure this out before I can figure anything out because I got an arrow in my brain.
That's a fair point.
Let's go.
Okay, I guess we should leave the
Go
arena.
talk to my doctor. He's my medic inside my locker room. You can come with me. And we'll cut to black, and that'll be end of session.
Women's locker room.
My team's locker room. It's gender neutral.
Yeah,
It was
well,
filled
I
with
don't even
mimics
know.
before. They were not all lady mimics.
They're male and I didn't know mimics were gendered.
I thought
You learn
they're
something new every
asexual.
Is that gendered or actual biological sex? Because those are two different things.
I will tell you this.
Fair.
She just said some stuff. Figure it out yourself.
Right on.
They're boy and girl mimics. That's
Did
all I know.
anyone feel like they resolved their bonds?
Let us look at shit. You know what? I resolved a bond last week and I didn't make a new one, so no bonds for Davril.
Excellent. Anyone else?
Nope.
Was helping kill the princess denying mercy?
You didn't kill the princess.
I helped.
And you
I threw
definitely
hot dogs.
you didn't throw hot dogs at her.
Oh no! Wait, what did I
Killian
do?
just like straight up and sniped her
Oh,
right before
arrowed
the
her.
fight started.
That's true. Well, the whole reason he sniped her is because I was salaciously waving a hot dog at her.
And
Don't forget,
So
you
there
didn't
was,
even see that.
he mercilessly killed her, and then you showed
Damn it.
infinite amounts of mercy by giving yourself to death. Like
This
you
is
did the
ridiculous.
opposite.
Yeah. Peace
Gotta
Bond
work on
soul
this.
obviously isn't worth too much. Willing to throw it away on a gnome.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
said it.
Just saying.
Anyone else?
We do have a very gnome-hating party.
All right. Did anyone resolve their other thing?
Yeah.
I got alignment because
Excellent.
my alignment is just to aid other people.
All right. Did your alignment change? Or when you resolve your alignment, do you get to change it?
Actually, I don't know. Actually, I know with bonds you have to redo bonds when they get resolved, but I don't know about alignment.
I think alignment shifts can happen if they make sense.
Would you
So-
say that Davril's alignment? Well, you as the DM, would you say that Davril's alignment has shifted at any point?
I would say he is definitely chaotic. No, maybe. I don't know.
I think I went in as kind of lawful good, but I don't think Davril's very lawful good anymore.
And you think that's the Flanagan influence?
Yes, I think it has moved him down to a chaotic good.
Okay. Well, if you would like to, if you have an alignment that reflects that, go ahead and change it.
So
I better see random acts of kindness.
Dungeon World.
Anyone else fulfill their alignment?
I killed something unnatural.
You absolutely did. think you
Chaotic.
it to death.
So, shit. Wait, that's not the right thing. Where's the SRD? Dungeon World SRD.
That's such a good way to do it. I didn't even think about that.
Do what?
Oh, the deal with death. So not knowing when death is going to show back up, and it's just when I fail last breath, or when I have to roll it, because it's such a random, like,
Okay.
it could be one session or it could be 10 sessions.
So with a wizard, you have 3. You've got good, neutral, and evil. And with good, it's use magic to directly aid another. Neutral is discover something about a magical mystery, and then evil is use magic to cause terror and fear. I don't think I'm doing that.
You totally are a dark mage. You killed one of our party. Like
I
you
did not.
That's what happened to Killian. You straight up murdered him. I mean, let's be real.
That
You
is
were like,
your
"Oh,
interpretation of the events that transpired.
I saw it. I was there. You walked over to him and you blasted lightning
How did
into
you
him.
see it?
Ow.
You were flying through the air throwing hot dogs at people.
That's true. Just paladin things.
All right. Would you? I mean, your call on that.
No, I mean this is Davril and Flanagan. This is definitely a you thing. Like, do you feel like you're evil? Do you feel like you're neutral?
No,
Do you feel
no,
like
no.
you're good?
I feel like I'm in the good category, even though it's 3 instead of 9.
Right. So you still feel
Oh.
good. If when you stop feeling good and you start feeling like
Now
fuck society.
old Flanagan would definitely begin to fall into the evil, especially around gnomes.
I could
So-
agree with that.
So we're gonna stick with good. So I did use my magic to directly aid another. I healed loose leaf a couple of times, so
Right.
that resolves that.
All right. And did anyone else fulfill alignment?
I leapt into danger without a plan by sniping the gnome girl.
Yeah, I would
That
think
one,
that was.
one's so easy to hit.
I did not anticipate you straight up murdering the person outside the arena.
I mean, she did have the magic stick.
She was definitely keeping the mimics in check, and when you did that, they were no longer in check.
Well, it made for a good show.
I would agree with that statement.
And on the plus side, Killian is no longer a burden on the party. There's only Gideon now.
I don't know about that.
Well, Gideon's stuck inside of like a human form, though, right? So it's not like you could
No.
just durian or anything.
That's true. That's very true.
No.
Oh, I know how we can keep you fed. We have infinite hot dogs, so you should never want to eat anyone.
He's also human, or a humanoid. He's no longer a blob monster.
Oh yeah, so the hunger's not.
The
Oh,
evil
weird.
essence is still trapped inside.
So we're
there.
back to like Maul Gideon.
That kind of makes me think of like Marvel Zombies. You ever read that?
Yes.
So like later on in the series, where it's like the zombie heads in glass jars, and they just don't need to eat anymore.
Because they didn't eat for so long that they're just like, oh,
They
I'm
just
fine
got
now.
over it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm not hungry anymore. Okay, cool.
All right. 3 more questions, unless someone else has an alignment they want to resolve.
I don't feel like my character is lawful at all.
If it changes, change it.
But I don't know what. Oh, look.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
I don't think so, considering we've just been in a single fight for most of the session.
Ooh! Ooh! I straight up met Death. Death is a being of some kind.
Death is a physical being.
Or
Well, maybe
emotional.
not a metaphysical being, I should say.
We have a way to communicate or be in the presence of death somehow.
Okay.
That's pretty important in a lot of ways. And death will strike deals.
Right.
That's the biggest one.
Death deals, death wheels.
Man, you know what I have always wanted to get though? Is the scythe that death carries. I feel like that's got to be an amazingly powerful weapon.
Is it the weapon or is it the person that wields it?
Probably the weapon. With the way things work around here, nothing is as it appears.
That's fair.
It's either their magic underwear or their weapon.
This is what's been going through my head the entire time as I'm doing the saxophone.
Love
Did we learn anything else new and important about the world? Anything about?
Well, whoever's mom showed up, and I hit her in the face with a hot dog. Checkmate.
This is true. Flanagan's mom is in
Got
this
it going on.
timeline.
Hot dog face lady is what I'm going to call her for now because my character has no reason whatsoever to know her name.
This
So
is
it's hot dog
I
face
would say
lady.
there should be only two people that know her name, right? And that'll be Flanagan and Melvin.
Well, and
you
arrow
at this
face
point?
lady.
Arrowface lady? Oh, she might.
Well, she said I can't speak her name here, or we can't talk about this.
I guess we'll talk about her next session, or we might not. Y'all forget about a lot of things.
We do.
Oh, I have an axe to grind.
Did we
party
overcome
has
a
been
notable
mentioned.
enemy or monster?
Yes,
Yes, we did.
the hot dogs.
My mom. My mom.
Oh, I feel like there could be two, right?
Man.
We successfully destroyed a pack of mimics, and we hit hot dog face lady. Maybe that's what turned her evil. She was like escaping to Gnome Land to live low key, and then she got randomly attacked at a circus.
Well, that's possible.
Origin story.
Did we loot memorable treasure?
Yes, magic hot dog, and the stick.
Not the magic wand. It was definitely the hot dogs. We're in long rest territory, so if you would like to, if you can level up, you can level up. Can anyone
I cannot
up?
level. I
can
can't.
level
I
up.
can level at least twice.
You said
Did
you
we
can,
get-
Justin?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. What are you doing?
I'm getting the new spell, Doppelganger's
There you go.
Dance.
Oh Jesus, I don't know what that does, but it sounds
I'll
amazing.
level up next time.
You remember how I said I couldn't shapeshift anything other than animals?
Yes.
You are now able to study the essence of specific individuals to take their exact form, including men, elves, or the like, suppressing your tell as possible. But if you do, take -1 ongoing until you return to your original form.
So you can transform into humanoids.
I can transform into humanoids and exact people.
Excellent. I love everything
You're-
about that.
You're a
Love it.
doppelganger
Love it.
now.
Love it. Love it.
Did anyone else level up?
Nope.
Did we gain points from the questions?
Yes, 3 XP. I think you got every single one of them.
Well, then I can level up, but I'll do it next session. I gotta go.
Alrighty. Well, that's all I got, guys.
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
You did
Chop,
it.
chop.
You got through the first round of Battle of the Bands
In spectacular
With a magic
form.
hot dog.
with magic hot dogs.
Y'all tell me
Alright.
it is.
In spite of the magic hot dog.
You can explain